Rachel, not only have the players before you decided to vote you as the most innocent player, but now you get to change your vote on one of them. Rachel, you have the sole vote of who to banish next. Rachel, please tell me who will be the next outlaw of Bloodstone Acres and why.
This is really hard. My thought process the past 2 minutes has, and I'm just gonna say it, I have no choice, but my thought process the past 2 minutes has been between Ken and John. And I say that because I feel like Ken is a 50-50 right now. His fate was decided for him. So that could be a safe bet. But going off of the notes today, I still think there's evidence on John. And that's nothing personal. It is just going off of what's been presented.
So Rachel, who is your final decision to banish?
I'm so sorry. I have to pick you, John. I didn't want to.
Okay.
I feel like I have to.
Thank you, Rachel. Please sit down. John, please stand in the center of my snake pit and reveal your true identity.
Try to play nice and get along and keep water running and clean.
Cleaned our home.
But I played you guys all like a fiddle. I'm clear.
Players, congratulations. Y'all have gotten 3 killers out.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Now, it's all about y'all, so let's make our way over to the murder barn. After the murder barn, there will be a 30-minute break, at which we have some fun and we dance a little bit. I'll see y'all there. Hey,
Hello, Jackson.
welcome back to my murder barn. Ashley, the last note you left wreaked havoc. It's the next note you tend to leave.
I would like to leave a note for Nick, and I would like it to say Kelsey.
So sorry, sweetheart.
I tried.
However, you went off a pretty dramatic way.
It was fun. That was actually the best way I could go out.
Wonderful. John, who would you like to leave a note for, and what would you like to say?
Nick, Murphy.
I like to leave a note for Nick, and I like to say Murphy.
I'd like it to be Murphy for Nick.
Thank you.
And I just want to say, if you want to vote out somebody who literally got $200,000 and then banish the one who has a PhD in fucking social strategy, you shouldn't fuck with us. Bye-bye, Dan. Thank you.
Thank you. Miss Anthony.
Hey, darling.
Hell of a double banishment, huh?
What can we say? The game's cutthroat.
Did you see that coming?
Of course I did. If I never mentioned John's name, no one would have even thought about it. And I just thought it was so crazy that I'm literally running up and down this freaking ranch, proving my innocence, proving my loyalty, proving I'm with the team, and then people want to turn against me. So my strategy is definitely switching up.
I'm feeling actually pretty good. We got 2 killers. That was, that's a good thing. We're doing good.
My mind is blown.
Tell me more.
I just thought some people were doing too much. I felt certain they were killers. And I was wrong.
Feeling kind of weird. I mean, my name was out there and I didn't know how to defend it with any concrete evidence, but like I literally just ended up saying, I was like, I know I'm innocent. I know a lot of you know I'm innocent, so that's all I could say. Was kind of shocked to see Shelby, but also thinking about some of the things we had talked about, it kind of made sense.
How's it feel getting a killer out all on your own?
I'm shaking. I am speechless. I have no words.
Did you trust your gut that they were a killer?
I had to. I felt
terrible about it and I didn't want to do it because he voted for me to get the shield. And I had to turn it around and just put him right back up. But I just had to go with the evidence that was provided.
They got 2 killers out. I did not. My instincts have been incorrect literally the entire time.
Congratulations. Not only have you won a shield from Murder's Tonight, but you also survived another banishment.
Crazy.
How you feeling?
I feel like I'm in a really good spot right now, actually.
Tell me more.
Surprisingly. I feel like there's this little list floating around about the short list or whatever, what it could be. Am I one of 3 names still up there? Yes, whatever. But that keeps enough suspicion on me to keep the killers to keep me in the game. So, mama, I am seated.
I don't have a clue what's happening anymore.
Understand.
Everything I've guessed is 100% wrong.
Really?
I don't even know what game I'm playing.
Do you have any idea that John and Shelby could be
No!
killers?
No! John lied to me since day one. You can hear I'm stressed. Shelby, I don't know.
Jackson, I actually have no grasp on anything. I was actually pretty confident that neither of them were killers. So here I am.
Felt fantastic to finally get a killer on my own accord.
Pretty good, but kind of bummed I burned my shield, but that's okay.
That's alright.
I don't think there's any heat on me.
Anyone you think is a killer left?
Yes.
Who?
Xanthi is still a killer.
I think there's definitely a secret killer, and I think there's a potential for one more.
I am fearful of all the recruitments that are about to happen. If I had to guess right now, there's one killer left. I'm guessing it's the secret killer. They didn't know who the other killers were. My thought is that Xanthi's being protected by a killer that knows that Xanthi won't ever come after him. I think Dan knows that Xanthi's his guard dog, and I think he's willing to just walk her this whole time.
I think it could be either Rachel, because I think she could have been lying about that whole thing. She could have just got the skull and lied because she didn't have to disclose. Or it could be Daniel. Dan, not Daniel. Because he's super close to us and I wouldn't suspect him. So right now I'm at the point that I know it has to be somebody in our team.
It's either Luke, Dan, or Xanthi. And I figure we get Xanthi out just because she's a chaotic, potentially innocent, and then maybe go after Luke or Dan after that.
Nick, you have 4 messages left for you.
Jesus!
The messages are...
Guess I'm trusted.
Murphy.
Oh god.
Murphy.
Classic.
And Kelsey.
And what?
Kelsey.
Kelsey.
Any idea what those 4 notes mean?
Well, I'm assuming since I gave us a monologue about how Murphy was probably just like a throwaway, now all the people who've been banished are just going to continue using it that way. So those don't mean anything. Absolutely no fucking idea what Kelsey is or means. So.
Yes, Dan, this day.
Call the police.
3 of the killers have been vain. You were the sole remaining killer until Ken came back. Because Ken was offered a choice between innocent and killer, and Ken chose killer. Ken will learn tonight the name of his other killer. You and Ken. Understood?
Yes.
Now.
Fuck.
Ken.
Yes, bitch.
Ken will have the soul vote of who he chooses to kill tonight. But you will have the soul vote of who you decide to recruit. Should they not accept the invitation, they will be killed tomorrow morning along with Ken's kiddo.
Nick.
Wonderful.
Don't you fucking come for the doll, you dumb bitch.
Dan, one more thing before you go, let's make it quick. Tomorrow, public murder is going to happen later on. In my hand are red stickers. Your job is to put one red dot on one person. Person who has the red dot somewhere on their body was the person that was poisoned. Either you or Ken or Nick can do it. Is that understood?
Absolutely.
Nick, I tell you to leave my murder bond, but I've got another thing to ask you. Well, not really asking,
Oh god.
but to tell you. Nick, you have been recruited by the killers. Should you choose to become a killer, you will be safe, and you will learn the names of the other killers. However, should you choose not to take their recruitment, well, you will be dead by morning. There's nothing you can do about it. Nick, Would you like to die as an honest innocent, or would you like to be recruited as a killer?
Guess I'm a killer, baby.
You're a killer, baby. Nick, would you like to learn the names of the other killers?
Yeah.
Nick, the names of the other killers are Cam and Dan. I let Dan know tomorrow morning between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. you all must do a public murder. The public murder involves sticking a red sticker on someone's garments in breakfast. Cam, your first murder bar as a killer, how's it feel?
I'm back, baby. It feels good.
Recently, your fellow killer Dan came into our bar, and I asked him if he wants to recruit anybody else. To which he recruited one player, and that player accepted the recruitment. Would you like to know who that player is?
Yes.
Nick.
Oh, well, work. Yes, correct.
He's your fellow killer, Ken.
Wow.
Now, Ken, the study decision on who is killed tonight comes to you, and you alone.
Players, I'm ready to party. I hope y'all are too. Listen, it's been a long day, so I just decided I wanted to throw you a little neon party. Let's relax, have a few drinks, dance a little bit. However, I would recommend you pay attention to certain details. You know, you don't have to, but while you dance, maybe look around. You never know if it can come in handy.
I don't trust this. Don't trust the party, and I'm standing by that. I told you.
If I were a killer, I might kill Brianna. I do feel very bad going against one of my own, but you have to do what you have to do to be in the game.
I think the person doing too much is definitely Xanthi. She's done it since the beginning, she's still doing it.
Xanthi needs to come. I think the killer should probably kill me next, because I think I know who one of the killers is with like 100% certainty.
I mean, I definitely think Xanthi is stirring up chaos. I don't necessarily think she's a killer, but she's definitely stirring the pot.
From what I've seen, I don't think Shelby's playing a good game. So I think Shelby is being very quiet.
There are no friends in this game. I'm here to find a killer.
I'm suspicious of Rachel, I'm suspicious of Dan, I'm most suspicious of Ken, and I'm gonna go hard for Ken next. Fuck Lucas.
Players, I'm sorry about what happened there. I thought I got a Wi-Fi upgrade, but apparently I did not. You see, I hit a shield somewhere in the party before y'all came in. And someone has already found it. Now, I told y'all to pay attention to details, and I'm not going to say anything more, so thanks for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow morning at the Murder Barn. Thank you. Good morning, players, ghosts, and the outlaws. In my hands, I hold the pictures of the players who are still alive. If I do not pull your picture, you will join your fellow ghosts as a poltergeist, haunting the rest of my ranch. Shall we begin? Yes. Rachel, Justin, and Luke. All three of you had shields from last night's murder bar, so all three of you are safe. The next player safe is
away from those ghosts, honey.
The next player's safe is... Bree and Tim, I have one picture only left in my folder. Should I pull your picture, you are safe. Should I not pull your picture, you are the player who's been killed. The last and final player safe is... Tim. You may own a gym, but you certainly don't own your fate.
I am going to murder Tim. He already kind of brought up my name a little bit, even though I'm already 50-50. I already know that. But I think that he's gonna go for me in the snake pit, so I have to take him out, or I'm done for.
And just like that, another one has joined the ghosts. So sad. So disheartening to see you turn on each other just like this. And unfortunately, I would love to say it's done, but something else happened last night. You see, after all the shields were used up at the murder barn, everyone was open for murder. Because the last murder that happened was a public murder. And the neon party sure was fun, wasn't it? But, like I told you to start, the neon party was just a party. And I told you guys to have a good time, to drink, to dance, to not worry about it. Because the public murder happened in the last 30 minutes.